A $45 trip sounds like $45. It isn't. After every real cost, the research says a typical trip nets closer to 13, and some of your trips net less than 0. Today, AI finds those trips in 5 minutes, live on screen. Welcome to NEMT. This is a working session, not a lecture. You'll leave with 3 things: your true all-in cost per mile, a 5-minute AI audit you can run on last month's trip log tonight, and the decision framework for what to do with every losing trip you find. Because the answer isn't always kill it. The stakes are simple. Industry benchmarks say a healthy operation targets a cost per trip of $25 to $35 and revenue of $2 to $4 per mile. If you don't know where your trips sit against those numbers, you're not running a business, you're running a guess. First insight, the number everything else depends on, your all-in cost per mile. Not fuel, all in. Fuel runs about 20 cents a mile in a wheelchair van, maintenance about 12. But that 32 cents is just the variable layer. Add the driver's wage, insurance at $5,000 to $10,000 a year per vehicle, software, licensing, and depreciation, spread across your real monthly miles, and a typical single vehicle operation with $4,700 to $6,300 in monthly costs lands somewhere between $1.50 and $2 per mile all in. That's the honest number. Every reimbursement rate you've ever accepted was either above it or below it, and until today, you may not have known which. Main point 1, build your number, then export. Step 1, build your number with AI in about 90 seconds. Open Claude or ChatGPT and give it your real figures: monthly driver pay, insurance, fuel spend, maintenance, software, license costs, and total miles driven. Ask, calculate my all-in cost per mile and cost per trip. On screen, you can see it working through a sample operation, and notice it flags depreciation, the cost almost every entrepreneur forgets, which is exactly why self-calculated numbers usually come in flattering and wrong. Step 2, the export. Every dispatch system and every spreadsheet can produce last month's trip list: date, pickup, drop-off, miles, payer, and the rate paid. Loaded miles and deadhead miles if you have them, because deadhead, the empty miles to the pickup, is where profit quietly dies. That file is the entire input. No formatting, no cleanup. AI handles messy. Main point 2, the 5-minute audit, live. Main point 2, the audit itself, running live on screen. We paste the trip export in one instruction. Using my all-in cost of $1.65 per mile, identify every trip where total cost, including deadhead miles, exceeded the reimbursement. Group repeating trips together and total the monthly loss for each. Watch what comes back. In our sample month, roughly 1 trip in 10 underwater. And the pattern that matters, it's almost never random trips. It's recurring trips. The same long deadhead pickup, several times a week, weeks on end. In the 30-day experiment we ran on this channel, one recurring run was quietly costing $380 a month, and it had survived for over a year for the most human reason imaginable. It was already on the schedule, and nobody ever asked. AI's only magic here is that it always asks. One accuracy note, because we don't do fake hype on this channel. Spot check the math on 2 or 3 trips before acting. AI is excellent at this analysis and occasionally careless with arithmetic. Verify, then trust. Main point 3, kill, fix, or renegotiate. Quick pause. The exact audit prompt, ready to copy, is in this week's free newsletter for NEMT entrepreneurs. Link below. Now, the decision framework. Because a losing trip has 3 futures, not 1. Future 1, fix it. Ask AI a follow-up. Which of these losing trips share corridors or time windows? If 2 losers can be bundled into 1 route, the deadhead splits in both may turn profitable. This is the difference between a kill list and a fix list, and it's why you audit before you cancel anything. Future 2, renegotiate. For broker trips, AI drafts the rate adjustment request with your cost math attached, and a request backed by cost per mile data reads very differently than a complaint. Future 3, release it. Some trips can't be fixed or repriced, And every hour your van spends on a negative margin run is an hour it can't spend on a profitable one. Releasing a bad trip isn't losing revenue, it's reclaiming capacity. Remember, benchmark operations target 75 to 85% vehicle utilization on paying work. Put the whole system together. One time. Build your all-in cost per mile, probably between $1.50 and $2. Monthly, 5 minutes. Export trips, run the audit prompt, get your losers grouped and totaled. Then the framework. Bundle what can be fixed, renegotiate what can be repriced, release what can't. The entrepreneurs earning $90,000 plus per vehicle aren't lucky. The research is blunt that the top performers track cost per trip, and the strugglers don't. As of tonight, tracking it cost you 5 minutes and $0. Your move. Export last month's trips before you close this app. Run the audit tonight and post one thing in the comments. Your all-in cost per mile. Most entrepreneurs guess low, and the comment section is about to prove it. The prompt is in the free newsletter below, and subscribe if you're building an NEMT empire. This is exactly what the AI for NEMT series does every episode. One real workflow, one real number, no hype. And if you want the full story of what happened when we ran an entire NEMT business on AI for 30 days, including the failures, that video is on your screen.